One of the things that I want to talk today is about moving without a ball. Let me find the presentation. Hope everybody sees the presentation. You see the presentation?
Yeah, it's cool.
Okay. So the subject is moving without a ball, but I really emphasize the drills and game situations, because the regular lecture about moving without a ball, I'm almost sure that most of you had in your life or your career as coaches. What I chose to give is to give real situations, real game situations that you might meet during your career, during your coaching career. And I think this is a clinic that will show you as coaches some situations that you might meet, that you might tell your players, okay, now you have to use this, now you have to do this, that, according the defense. And as I said, Nenad showed you all kinds of pick and roll defense, and I'm going to show you all kinds of pick and roll offense, and how to use this advantage that we create by pick and roll, or by setting screens, or by reading situations on simple give and go situation. And we will go and show these game situations. There are a lot of videos, short videos during the lecture, but it's going to be a lot of diagrams too. So let's start. Actually, when I'm talking about moving without the ball on game situations, it's actually taking advantage on numerical advantage. Because let's say if we're talking about pick and roll is a situation that we create after the pick and roll 4-on-3 situation. I said it last time that I talked with you, that one of the main things that we have to work a lot during practices is the 4-on-3 situation, because this is the situation that we create after the pick and roll. Another thing is reacting on late rotations. It means we are running something, or penetrating, or making pick and rolls, or cutting without the ball. These are things that create or force the defense to react. Once the defense is reacting and they react slow, for example, on baseline drive, on wing drive, or high drive, and it's basketball. It's like Nenad said, it's not a 0-0. So it's all this game is based on action reactions, on mistakes. You force the defense to make mistakes, then they want to cover for this mistake by making good rotations. If they are late on those rotations, we must have and get advantage from this. Important things generally about moving without the ball. 5 players are on the court, but only one of them is with the ball. And we as coaches, we are giving those players a lot of attentions on practices on players with the ball. We should make more attention, and we should give more attention to players that are without the ball. It's true. It's about to teach them how to move. It's about teach them how to read situations and taking advantage on things that the defense is making mistake. Spacing, we are talking a lot about spacing to create this separate, to create these options to penetrate, and to create these options to penetrate and to go to the basket. We must create spacing, because otherwise the defense will help each other, and then it's not going to be effective anymore. When you make your cut, don't make a cut for nothing, make a cut to get a shot. Keep your defense busy with or without the ball, yeah? When you're a cutter and when you're not a cutter. Because sometimes, and I will talk about it a lot this lecture, sometimes you cut and you create assists. By cutting, you get a ball and you score. Or maybe sometimes you cut and you create assist. Create assist, but for your teammate. By cutting, you force the defense to help, and I will show you this later. As I said, don't cut for a cut. And now I go to the young ages. sometimes, and let's go for the simple give and go, a lot of players are making a pass and making a V cut or a backdoor cut or an L cut or whatever, but they do it just because the coach said. They don't do it to get a ball. It means they don't make the cut with a purpose to get the ball. Every cut should be a cut with change of direction and change of speed for getting the ball. This is the purpose. Not necessarily you will get the ball, but as a cutter, you must cut to get the ball. I'm talking about perimeter players being overplayed. Every player that is being overplayed on the perimeter should make a backdoor cut. And that's what I want to emphasize on that. And that's for all levels. Once you make a backdoor cut, go. Don't wait. Go. Because a lot of times we see that guys are making backdoor cuts, and they make the backdoor cuts and they stop in the middle of the backdoor cut, and then the player that want to pass them the ball makes a turnovers. If you don't receive the ball, go to an open spot. You, as a coach, you have to tell your players whether you go to the strong side, whether you go to the weak side, and all the other players has to react according to that. Being able to read the defense and making the proper cuts, this is maybe our biggest job as coaches on any level, from under 12 to national teams, to seniors. Yeah? It's about reading the defense, it's about basketball IQ, and this is something that we have to teach all the time. All the time. Using correct timing. I'm talking about cutting, timing, and basketball IQ. I'm telling you that this is, for me, one of the big difference between average coach, very good coach, top coach, about teaching these situations. Because on these situations of what to do when, the correct timing, I'm, for example, teaching my players sometimes to look at the neck of the defender, that he looking right or left, yeah, he's losing me for a quarter of a second, that's my time to react. Changing speed and direction, as I said, and showing target. I'm not going to go now to how do you show a target, with one hand, with two hands. I'll tell you what I'm saying. I'm saying with two hands, okay? But some coaches likes it to do with one hand, which is okay for me. I'm not going to discuss about that. Now, I want to go really, really quick about some regular actions and movings without the ball. Really the basic things, just to be on the same page with everybody. V-cut, it's going away from the ball, coming to the ball. The same counts for going away from the ball, coming to the ball. When your defender is playing close to you, you do the same V-cut with the spin move. So it's a V-cut facing and V-cut spinning. L cut is mostly to get open. It means you go, you get contact with your man, and you get the ball. Shallow cut, just a cut to the basket, and you will see it from or wing or corner. Backdoor, it's also going to the ball, going away from the ball. When your man is jumping, as you see, one is passing to two, and when he's passing to two, normally his defender is jumping to the ball side. You're taking one more step to the ball and going away from the ball, and that's a backdoor action. It can be facing or it can be with a spinning, with the same principle. What do I mean the same principle? If you get contact with your man, that's your signal to go for spin move. By the way, it's good for with or without the ball. As I said, this face cut can be or wing cut or corner cut. And here I show, look at the corner. So you saw a guy from the corner with no action, no V cut, no backdoor, no nothing, just simple cut, middle cut, and getting the ball, getting a foul from me. I'll show it again. And another action. As you saw, he came to the ball and just make a cut. Look at it again. And he took advantage on this, that his man on the corner was I would say slipping a little bit. Another option, you see. And I'm talking here about NBA. So if it can happen in the NBA, it can happen everywhere. Okay, deep cut, sometimes it's for just going from weak side to strong side, weak side to low post, all these cuts. Flash cut, it's always for big guys. Sometimes we teach guys to make a flash from low to high, and sometimes when you're being overplayed, you just bank a spin move. It's kind of a backdoor action, for a big man. This one, it's something that I chose because I like this player, and for sure everybody knows Larry Bird. So I just wanted to show you the way he released himself for a shot. Look, I know that it's not directly connected to moving without the ball, but it shows a lot about reading situations on screen, which is a totally different subject. I know about reading situation and using screens. Okay. Now, I really want to go to game situations. Now, on the game situations, I will start, as you see, from simple give and go, and then I'll go to different sets, then I'll go to different situations, then I'll go to different situations on pick and rolls, then we'll go to different situations from all kinds of cuts, from all kinds of angles of cutting to the basket. And it's about game situation. One pass to ball to two, make a V cut, goes 4 and 3 are making relocation, and a good cut, as you see. And here I show that if 3 is coming up, sometimes let's show the continuation, that not that 3 gets the ball and swing it to the weak side and make another cut. Many times, and it can happen in kids under 12, under 14, and I can tell you, even on the seniors, that this guy, number 3, comes to the top and he's being overplayed. That's his signal to go back door immediately to the basket. Two things that we have to emphasize. 1 and 4, keep the spacing. When 1 make his action to the basket, make this move to the corner fast as you can. Because if you don't make it fast, your defender will be here and he will be the next one to help on 3. Corner action, again, 2 pass the ball to 5, okay? 3 make his action, 4 is going here, 1 is going here. And when we make this action to the corner, we make another V cut of 2, and we can make a backdoor, or we can make any action between 2-man game. And now I'm going a little bit far or 1 step forward. 2 and 5 can make some actions and in a little bit older ages, under 16, under 18. You can start your action with give and go action, and then 2 and 5 can make any 2-man game that you have in your mind, whether it's step up screen, side pick and roll with no corner, post up 5, whatever, any action that you want to make with these 2 players. And this is something that I leave this action for you. Now, two kinds of penetrations, and you see that I'm still on 5 open. Okay, so 2 is driving to the basket through the middle. 4 is cutting, because the number 4 on defense is the one that helps, and that's what I told you about the lecture of Nenad. He was talking about pick and rolls and the actions of the rest of the players on defense. Here I'm talking about 2 made a mistake on defense. 4 is going to cover for him. 3 is going to go down. Now, when 3 will go down to 4, as soon as 4 sees that his man is going to help, he has to read the defense. He has to read the defense, meaning he can stay here and 3 can cut, or he can go immediately backdoor. That when 3 will go to the corner, his man is already not there. He already left to the basket. He already went to the basket on a backdoor action. The same thing, we see that when we drive here on, on the bottom, and we drive here, and 2 is driving on baseline side, and 4 is coming for help, 3 goes down and 4 stays now outside. But once 3 sees that his man went down all the way, till 1 is coming to him, he is already cutting to the basket. Look at LeBron. LeBron is making this action a lot. Look at the drive, wing cut. Okay. And now I go to another thing. It's about penetration. Look at the penetrator. Simple penetration. What happened now on the penetration? We tell the guys on the penetration action, we tell them, I want to do it again. Now look now, what happened? On the penetration, the big man came for help. Once he came for help and nobody is going to help him, his man is open. By the way, it's good for penetration and it's good for offensive rebound too. It means if the penetrator came to the basket and stopped for a short jump shot, and the big man came to help him, his man will have a big advantage on offensive rebound. So if we are not doing the right thing defensively on that, and if we see now that he went to the basket and this guy, everybody sees it, yeah, that this guy is coming here, okay, his man is open for a layup. Again, you see now he's going open for a layup. Okay. Now I want to go forward to fast break and transition situation. If we have 1 pass to ball to 4 and 3 is coming up and 1 is going to the weak side, now 4 is going with a handoff with 2. On this action, when 3 came here up to the top, to the wing, when 4 will get the ball now, when 1 will get the 2, will get the ball now, and will come here, the 3 will go all the way and make a backdoor cut. It's something that we see a lot. When do we do it? When this guard is coming here and this guy is helping a little bit, that's his time to go to the basket. And we see these actions a lot on all kinds of variations, whether it's on this one or whether it's on a swing option, that we will talk in a minute about the swing option. But these are things that let's emphasize, that otherwise, if we don't do these actions without the ball, the game starts to be boring. The game started to be very static. So we got to make these actions and moving without the ball. Look now. Pass, cutting to the weak side, handoff, up. Here is the backdoor. Let's show it again. Pass, cutting to the weak side, handoff, backdoor cut, and a layup. And it's about reading, and it's about reading the situations. It's all about reading the situations. And look now. You see, this is a simple action. This is a simple action of a backdoor cut. Up. Now I'm going forward. If we go for a swing option, 1 pass to 4, 2 is being overplayed here. He makes a backdoor cut on this set, on this kind of set, that it's a side offense. You see the triangle offense here, okay, the 3 players here, and you see the 4 men here, okay. This is a situation that that 4 just make a pass, a bounce pass. Normally it's a bounce pass to 2, okay, that makes a backdoor. If you see number 2 is being overplayed. Another situation is that on the first pass to 4, 4 is being overplayed, so 4 makes a backdoor. By the way, when he makes this backdoor, 2 has to step up, otherwise his man will help. So these 2 backdoors, or 1 to 4 or 4 to 2, are regular transition game that we see on with many teams about swing option. And these are 2 situations that we have to work on that on practice. I go forward. 1 is making kind of a dummy pick and roll with 5. As soon as he makes it, 3 reads the situation. And as you saw as you saw at the previous clips, that three just can make a move and just get the ball, like I showed you at the beginning with Fenerbahce, or three, one after he is coming here, three makes an action that like he comes for a handoff and he goes back door. Okay. Another situation, one pass to four, four is dribbling, three makes the action of a backdoor, so it's without the dribbling. And here I show you the actions about three. Three, if he goes baseline, five from the weak side comes up, and if he goes back, if he goes to the middle, five is changing and go low, low. This is regular dribble drive rules that we know about low post reactions and collaboration between this left low post to the right low post or vice versa. Here I show something about slipping the screen, something that many players likes to do that, but it's about the read of the situation of their own defender. Meaning, if one pass the ball to four and four pass the ball to three, and the next action on the transition game is that four is coming to set a screen and make a side pick and roll with three, if four is coming and he already see that his man, it means x4, is already steps out, he already step out for be ready for an edge, he takes advantage on that and he pass the ball and he slips the screen and he gets a bounce pass with the left hand on the baseline side to make a layup. About rejecting screens. Rejecting screens, it's something that we teach mostly, really mostly, against switching defense. Switching defense, there are a lot of ways to break the switching defense using the mismatch, how to use the mismatch on top, how to use mismatch down low. One of the things that we are teaching about rejecting the switches, beating the switching defense is rejecting screens. It means if the defensive player is ready for aggressive switch and we know how to read that, we will take advantage on this. And the advantage is that I'll show you here. One pass the ball to four and go to set the screen to two. Once it's a guard to guard switch. So once there will be a switch, look the way two is standing, kind of top lock, okay? This is the way he stands, I immediately take advantage of this. I make a fake and I go. Because sometimes he stands like this because he said, this is the main player, two is the main player. I don't want him to get the ball no matter what. No matter what, he will not get the ball. Okay? So if it's a switching defense, we might take advantage on this. If it's a top lock situation, we make a backdoor and four pass the ball to two, and you will see it now. Okay, so the action. So these are two examples, and you see the first one it was for the first screen and for the first player. The second one was for the second player. I'll show it again. First player, and now for the second player. Okay, so once you see top lock, you don't have to go through the screen because sometimes players are doing this and make offensive fouls. So don't try to go through a wall. Yeah, make a fake and go. You know what's the situation is that once you go and you didn't get the ball and you still want to continue the play, the one who sets the screen comes up like he got the screen. So he's coming up for the handoff, for the continuation of the play. But we're not talking now about that, but just to give you an idea how you continue if the player didn't get the ball on the rejecting the screen. Okay, another situation. So that instead of going to the screen, this is something that we see this diagonal screen for big man, guard to big man, and his man is already ready for the screen because he hears now left, so he already jumped to the left side, and his man is wide open. Important to show that this guy keep the spacing. Keep the spacing. Otherwise, this guy will be in the paint and he won't be able to get the ball. Slip screens, okay, on flares. Sometimes you set a flare screen and you just slip the screen and you get the ball, whether it's a switch or whether it's a small help and recover. After the flare screen, go inside. Okay, now you saw miscommunication on a switch. See, that's about slipping the screen, and that kind of I call it switching defense with the fingers. So instead of I always say that, and I like switching defense. I really like switching defense. But I tell my players when you play switching defense, don't switch unless you have contact. Don't switch unless you have contact. And this is something that you see sometimes players are switching with no contact. And let's see it again. Oh, and look now, he's going for a screen and step in. And the guy on white is looking to his teammate and said, hey, but we're supposed to switch. Okay? We have, as the offensive players, we got to take this advantage. And what is it? It's just moving without a ball. Okay? Just a second. Down screen and slip. All about slipping screens. Oh, and we go forward to a set of 1-4 set. Whoever used this set, these are the options of moving without the ball, and we have to work on that. It means not a lot of teams are starting with 1-4 offense for UCLA cut, diagonal screens, Iverson cuts, all kinds of things. But one of the things that we show that here, if one pass the ball to four, and sometimes we made this overplay on three on his player, once four gets the ball and he's being overplayed, make a cut. Make a cut, and it's a bounce pass and it's a layup. Nobody can help on that. Okay? Another situation, when you come up to the 1-4 option, and if you remember, I showed you at the beginning of the lecture all kinds of basic movements without the ball, and one of them was flash from low post to high post. And then I told you that or getting the ball or going from low post to high post, your man is facing you up. So you take him high and you make a backdoor move. Most of the time, it should be with a spin move, and then you get a low pass. Sometimes it's for an alley oop, for a dunk, or just sometimes just to get the ball and making easy layup. So you're coming up, you and four are coming up to start the entry of the play, the 1-4 offense. Once you do that, five is coming up, make a spin move, get the ball from one, and make an easy layup. Iverson cut, also something that we see from starting from 1-4. So if you take number two, he goes on four and he goes on five. He goes on four and he goes on five. In the meantime, three goes to the weak side to actually to clear this part of the court. Okay, so he's going to this corner. We are trying to make this part of the court free for number two. A lot of teams, I can tell you that I used to do that too, starting the games like this, starting the game with a pass to four, screen, screen 4 to 2, 4 to 5. After that screen, one pass the ball to four, and because two's man on defense, X2 is chasing his man, because he's chasing his man, he will be open for a layup. And we will see it now on a few clips on videos. Yes? Oh, yeah. See that it's all the same examples. Okay? We go forward. Now I want to show some actions on all horns, all pick and rolls, on pick and pops, reading and take advantage on defensive mistakes. Okay? If we run horns 1, 4, 5, 2 and 3 are on the corners. We go for that. 2 has a nature always when 1 goes to his side to give 1 step to make kind of next defense, but to make 1 step to the ball and goes back to his man. This 1 step, number 2 has to take advantage and to go back door. Number 2 has to take advantage and to go back door. And we will see some examples of that. Now you see a cut without any connection to nothing. But look at the corner. As you see, I started with horse, and now I went to high pick and roll, regular high pick and roll. Okay, but the strong side is cutting because his man has a nature, and that's what I told you about looking on the neck of my defender. The guy on the corner has to look at his defender and has to look what is his position. Because sometimes instead of making backdoor, you can make a front cut. Okay, like the guy from Fenerbahce, the beginning of the lecture. Okay, so once you see that your man, you see his position, and you see the time that he's turning his head to the ball, that's your time to go. That's your time to go. Now look, now let's look from the opposite side. I want to show you this before we continue. If I go that way, this guy on the weak side corner, that's the helper on the roll of 5. His man has to take advantage on this, that his man went to the help, to help on the roll, on the rotation. Once 4 is coming up, and let's assume our 4 is a good, very good shooter. Very good shooter. If it's opposite defense and offense. So I'm looking now at this pass. Normally it should be an alley-oop pass. I used to have a player. Now he's playing in Badalona. On 2016, when I coached Rishon LeZion, the year that we won the championship in Israel. This pass. We had it at least 2-3 times a game for him because he is a great athlete. So we make this pass for an alley-oop. Now you see this weak side pass. Before we showed strong side cut, now we show weak side. Look at this guy. Weak side action. Again, see, this is the pass that I was talking about. Look at this guy. Again, weak side action, weak side cut. You see, now that we wanted to go back to his man, but his man was already not there. He was in a different, under the basket in a different situation. Okay, now we go to pick and roll and pick and pop. And when I'm talking about pick and pop, you see a lot of pick and pop situations, and you as a coach has to create the spacing for the big man when he makes the pop, make it effective. Don't make a pick and pop for somebody that is not effective there. It means if you have a big man that can't shoot from outside, it's not going to be effective because nobody is going to commit on him. And the idea is that the defense has to commit on somebody that otherwise he will punish them, whether it's with a three-point shot, whether it's with a pass, whether it's with a drive. Now, if we do that, you see that we make a pick and pop with five pops out. As soon as five pops out, yeah, uh, as soon as five pops out, you see that number two is making a backdoor action or really hard cut, gets the ball and goes for a layup. We'll see it now. This is pick and pop, and look at the cut. And re-screen, pick and pop, up, hard cut. And now he made a fake. Before we continue, you remember that I said that there are two kinds of cuts. Cuts to get the ball and cuts to get the ball, but if you didn't get the ball, you create situation to your teammates, or for a shot or for a drive. Here we saw for a drive. Afterwards, we will see some situation with for a shot. Okay? So when you make your hard cut, you force the defense to commit on you and to react. Because once you make a cut, it means you beat your and you beat a little bit your man. Somebody is coming a little bit to help you. You create another situation for your teammate. Here you saw kind of a step up screen and step up. And here is the situation that I was talking to you. Look at this situation. By making this cut, he was open for a shot. Okay, side wing cut. And here slip the pass. Okay, that's a nice action. And pop. So that by committing to the guy that pops, the middle was out wide open. Okay, again, and pop and wing cut, and pop, wing cut. Okay. Okay, all those situations are situations that create are happening from weak side cuts and good pops. Now I want to show an action that we can do it all with a screen or with an action that force the defense even without the screen to react. And once they react, once they do react to this action, the or the cutter or the big man will be open. Now they call it blade and corner shake. You know those strange names. For me, it's strange names, but that's how they call it, and I have to show it. Okay, if you see that 1 and 5 are making kind of a pick and roll or dummy pick and roll, it means not necessarily a pick and roll, just to move from one side to another side. And 4 was going to the weak side. Now I'm coming to the main thing. When 1 is here and 5 is kind of setting a screen or just after the pick and roll or dummy pick and roll, 5 is really going low. Why I'm emphasizing really going low? He has to force his men to go with him, to be busy with him. Because if his man is a little bit busy with number 2, okay, he will be open. But he has to go all the way to the basket. And if his man is not busy, and if his man is going with him with the 5 goes with the 5, number 2 is going to be open. Okay. Now look at the action. This pick and roll between 1 and 5. 5 rolls in, and immediately 2 makes an action. So actually 1 has 2 options. First option is to pass to number 2. Second option is to pass to number 5 if 5 is helping on 2. Now we will see it in a nice videos. Look, see, this is without a screen. This is without a screen. And you see, it happens because the guy on the guard is kind of helping a little bit, helping a little bit on the cut. Okay, very, very hard and very hard action to stop on defense. I'm telling you. And sometimes you can use this pigment to set a kind of an angle screen. It means don't go and set a pin down. Set an angle screen or extended, foul line extended, a little bit lower than the foul line extended on the wing. And then it really gives space to the big man to roll and to get the ball. And it gives space to the guard whether to use the screen for a curl, like you saw now on the video, whether to use this screen for a shot, or whether sometimes to use this screen and make a fake and to go to the corner, depends the way his man is playing defense on him. This is from a shooter's play. So you can see it. You can see this action. Shooter's play. And look at this guy. And he is going inside. Okay. So this is from a simple shooter's play with no pick and roll. Why it works? Because the big man is already down and they use the screen well and his man is chasing him. So he's just moving without the ball and going to the basket. And as I said, if the big man is helping, he is going to be open. 2-3 high, another set. Some of the teams and some of the universities in the States are using this set. I can tell you that when in my career, I used to use this set. I had at least 2 plays with this set. Even I think here in Amsterdam, when I coach here in Amsterdam 10 years ago, 11 years ago, yeah, I used to have this set. So we used to have 2 plays from this set. If one passed, one of the advantages on this set is that there is no help here. There is no help here. It's really hard to help. So if you see that 1 is passing to 5 and 1 and 4 are strong side area, it means that might be that 4 is kind of overplaying 4 not to get the first pass for the entry. So once you see that he is being overplayed, you can use the 5 man and 4 can goes backdoor here, and it's a very good action of moving without the ball. Another action is that 1 pass to 4 and 3 is really making a hard cut here. And why it's so effective? Let's take 2 situations. If 3 is bumping his man, 4 can pass the ball to 3, a low pass to this area. Okay? So if 3 is making good defense and he's bumping his man and doesn't let him get the ball on front, okay, that's what we like as coaches, okay? So 3 is really going, make a contact here in the middle of the paint and get this low pass here. Nobody is here to help. And if he's making a mistake and he doesn't bump him, you just get the ball here and it's an easy post up or easy lap. Okay? Low post feed, and I will go a little bit with many examples on low post feed because I want to bring you back to my first lecture in January. I said that Dutch basketball should be one of the principles of Dutch basketball, whether it's juniors, seniors, national teams, really kids, not small kids, but I'm talking about under 16s, we should play inside-outside game. And when we're talking about inside-outside game, a lot of variations. I'm not going to tell you which play to play. I'm talking about system. I'm talking about style of playing. Style of playing, ball must go inside at least once in every possession, unless you have a layup. And from once the ball went inside, which weak side position, weak side action you're going to use, it's your decision. You are the coaches, and you decide which one. But I want you to emphasize this point because one of the problems is to teach how to pass inside, to make a fake on top, to pass down, to make a fake down, to pass up, to make a fake left, to pass right, to make a pass right, to pass left. Okay, all these things that looks for us as coaches that it's natural, it's not. We have to teach it. Now, when we teach, when we teach the players to pass inside, as I said, now you can decide whether you pass inside and you cut. So it's one action. And sometimes you have a player here that pass the ball inside and make some simple V cut, and his man is just chasing him. And this big man can make this pass, this bounce pass, and it's an easy layups. And sometimes it looks so simple and it looks so easy that we forgot it. And it's a very simple and effective action. Another, let's, a simple give and go. Now look, pass, and just going from the corner. Simple as that. Why? Why it happens? Because the guy that was guarding the ball went inside. What did he do with his head? Let's see this again. I want you to look, I want you to look at it. Right? I want you to look now at the guy on the corner. Look at his head. What did he do? Look 1 second to the guy that got the ball on the low post. It's enough. That's your signal to cut. That's your signal to cut. And that's all this lecture that I'm talking with you on the last hour. It's about reading the situations and reading your defensive man when to cut. If he's making a mistake on position, if he's making a mistake of losing eye contact with you, take advantage on that. Take advantage on that. Look at the big man to big man. Again, look at the second big man cut, and it's all come from low post. Now, I want to go from some structured actions. I used to do this many years with all kinds of variations, 1 to 5. 3 from the weak side wing was cutting. 4 from the top of the key, set the screen to 2 for getting the ball for a shot. And from there, we used to have continuation, whether it was high pick and roll, whether it's, I remember that on the finals once against Den Bosch, we ran this action. And when the two got the ball at the top of the key, we went immediately to normal horns. And this was our last 6-7 seconds, normal horns. But we did it after weak side action. So we started with here it was Peter Van Passa. He was a very good passer. And here it was one of our guys, CC Harrison, or one of our guys, getting the ball here. Avis and Peter was here. Yeah, and we start, the end of the offense was horns. But we start from inside pass. Okay, so all these actions brought us a lot of points. And I want you to look at the weak side wings. Now look at the weak side wing. Weak side wing. See, his man was making a mistake on position. Again, I want you to see it. Making a mistake on position. Too late. And this is what we have to show our players to stop the practice, to show him here, you had to cut. And that's our job. Now look at the weak side. This is this is something that, again, everything's comes from low post. The ball is already on the low post. Now I was talking before about the wing cut. Now I will talk a little bit about this corner cut. Why this corner cut? A lot of teams are making trap from baseline. A lot of teams are making trap from baseline. Let's take advantage of that. One of these is wing cut. The other one is corner cut. Look at it now. sneaking from the corner. Look at it. Again, look at him. Yeah. Because this happens because we said last man go for trap from the baseline side. Okay. If the guy on the wing doesn't react accordingly on defense, or the wing or the corner are going to be open. And we have to know how to read it. If the wing stays on the wing, weak side corner, go to the basket, you're under the basket, you're wide open. Now, all kinds of actions from getting the ball on the low post and middle cut. When, when does this happen? This happens when the trap is coming from the middle. Before I was talking when the trap was coming from the corner. So I told the corner to cut to the basket or the wing to cut to the basket. Now, watch it. Where is the trap is coming from? The trap is coming from the middle. See? The middleman is coming. The middleman is cutting. His man is cutting. Again, middleman is coming. Middleman is cutting. See? Look, he's cutting. Too late. As soon as we see that my man is going to fall a help, I'm going to cut. He's coming, his man is cutting. And these are things that we have to stop, practice. If you have an option to show these videos from practice / games to your players and to say, here you should have cut, here you should have sneaked to the basket from the corner, take advantage on the bad rotation on defense or late rotation on defense. This is this lecture that we're talking about now. Middle cut. Okay. Now I want to show you some one action. I hope everybody will see today the finals of Barcelona, and you see how they play low post for a guard with a really structured low post action for Mirotic for a 3-point shot. It's a play. It's not a coincidence. Look, look. Curl action. Now, if you see here, this guy came here and he see that his man is trailing him. Once he see that his man is trailing him, he makes a curl. If he would have seen that his man is stuck on the screen, maybe he would have go for a 3-point shot here because it's stuck at screen for him. But once he saw that his man is trailing him, he made a curl action, and Mirotic got the ball, the screen from the big man and make a 3-point shot. Okay. And Anga was reading the situation very, very well. Nobody will leave Higgins here, okay? Because he proved this Friday that he's a great player, and we know him for many years from CSKA, and he's a very good shooter, so nobody will leave him here. So once he got the ball here, these two are setting stagger. Now, once he read it and he see what he saw, he make a curl move, Mirotic came for 3-point shots. It's all about reading situations and moving without the ball. It's all about that. Let's see the whole action again. Inside pass, weak side position, weak side action. Okay. Now, here I show some two actions that you can see these actions too. It's not only what I showed before. So I wanted to show you some other actions. One pass the ball to 5, 4 set a flare to 1, and 2 set a flare to 2. So 5 have a lot of options. Don't forget, all these actions around the 5 is to help him to go one-on-one. Because once he goes one-on-one, okay, nobody can help while all the other 4 players are busy with moving without the ball, setting screens to each other, making cuts, whatever. Okay, now side pick and roll with corner. So we go for that, and we see the weak side cut of number 3 because his man is going to help on the his man is going to help on 5. I showed it before. Side pick and roll with no corner. So this man is going to help. Okay. So the 1 can pass the ball or to 4 that was coming up, or here another action without a ball because this man is really inside. So he gets a really good flare screen. So 3 is on the corner. It's two, it's 2 actions. High pick and roll. And I show here high pick and roll back pick. It looks like nothing, but I want to show you this because the number 3 on offense, he's the one that sets the back screen. Most of the teams are using 3 on defense as the bumper of number 5. It means number 5 gets set a screen on number 1. 5 is playing flat, okay? Number 3 is setting a screen on number 5 on defense, and 5 rolls to the basket. 5 rolls to the basket here. Okay. We tell our number 3 on defense, before you go back to your man, meaning number 3 after the back screen, give a small bump here on 5. Many players are smart, very smart. What they do, once they see this Spanish pick and roll, meaning high pick and roll back screen, okay, what they do is they don't even set the screen. It means there is a high pick and roll. Number 3 is waiting for 5 to come, and he is coming. But 3 didn't even set a screen on 5. He just come up and immediately go to the wing for a 3-point shot. From experience, I'm telling you, this guy will get the ball 2, 3, 4 times in a game for an open 3-point shot. Open 3-point shot. Because the 3 is still helping on the 5. And instead of, we know that we're not playing this game now for 5. We know that we play for 3. So after this high pick and roll, normally we should have waited for 5 to get the ball here under the basket after the back pick. But we know that this guy sometimes don't set it back screen and he just slip the screen, come here for an open 3-point shot. I go now for something that Nenad was talking about. One of the latest ways to play against pick and roll is the next defense. Meaning, if 1 and 5 are making the pick and roll, number 2 is making next defense. And what does it mean, next defense? To make it that our big men on defense will not be involved and will not have to commit on the ball. So the rotation will be only between the perimeter players. Okay? So if we say that 1 and 5 are making this pick and roll, 2 will take the ball. Okay? 3 will take him, and 5 stays with the 5. And 1 will go somewhere or to the corner or to the wing, depends on the defensive rules. Okay? What we do offensively, once 1 finished the pick and roll and 2 came for help, as soon as he sees that 2 came for help, he's cutting to the basket. Another option, once he makes this pick and roll, 3 cut to the basket, but 2 goes low. And you will see these options on the videos. So we take advantage, or we want to take advantage on this, that 2 is really going for the help on the pick and roll. On the time that they make the rotation between 1 and 3, okay, these 2 players are making actions. They are not static. They are making actions, or cutting or shifting. Okay? Side pick and roll. Look at the next defense. Up, cut. I'll show it again. This is the pick and roll. This is the next defender. Okay? And as soon as he sees it, he's cutting. Okay? We go for the next one. You see what they did? Look here. Look here at these two players and look what they are doing. This player is the next player. Okay? So we go. Now, this guy from the corner was cutting, and this guy was shifting to the corner. So his man wanted to meet him here, but he was not here anymore. He was already on the corner. Let's watch this again. Look at the action that these two players did, and he's open for a three-point shot. That's something that we do against next defense. We show another one. Here it's a little bit longer. Cut. That's the first option. And look, the same action. You remember what I said about cutting to get the ball or cutting to create your teammate a shot situation or better situation? So cutting, look at the cut. Now we create a shot for him. And before that, the first option was the same situation, but on the cut, he got the ball. Okay? So that's what I meant about cutting to get the ball or cutting to get better situation for your teammate. A little bit about practice drill. Yurit, I have 5 minutes, 10 minutes?
You've got 10 minutes.
Okay. So practice drills. I want to emphasize 3 or 4 practice drills. I want to leave it for you to make those situations according what you need to show them on game situations. I show you the principle of the drill, and from there you can build, I'm telling you, you can build many situations. Some of those drills I think I showed you, but it's connected to what all this lecture that I showed today. Okay? Two lines, two first ones without the ball. One line, two first one without the ball. Yeah? Two corners, first one without the ball, and 4 and 4 and 4. Two guys, two big guys, and I'll show the drills. Simple drill. Simple drill. Okay? That we all know. Two lines, first one without the ball, V-cut pass, V-cut pass, V-cut pass. Coaching points. Don't let the guys to do it in a slow motion tempo. The pace should be pass and move, and pass and move, and pass and move. And then you can tell them number of layups or number of baskets that you want, okay, in 30 seconds. Don't let the number of the baskets hurt the technical execution. It means if they don't do it right, stop it. And it's, by the way, for you a signal that, let's say in 30 seconds you said 15 baskets, and you see that by doing this, they are doing it so fast. So instead of doing this right, they do it fast. Don't make it with 15 baskets. Go down to 10. Go down to 10. Go down to 8. Because they have to make the technical way perfect. The V-cuts, the backdoors, etc. The same thing on this drill. Put you and your assistant coach and create situations for them. And then you see how they make the same drill, really the same drill, but with reacting to your positions. When to make a backdoor, when to make a V-cut. Backdoor, it's when you're on the ball side. V-cut, you're away from the ball. And the same counts for V-cut backdoors if you are close to them and there is contact. Then you want to see that they make the same actions, V-cut backdoors, but with spin moves. Another drill, for me, I use this drill on all levels. On all levels, and I will show you some video for shooting drill. But the same drills for shooting drill, you can use this drill for all kinds of movements without the ball. And first of all, about the drill. One line, two first one without the ball. The first cutter goes to the corner. The second cutter goes to the wing. One pass to the wing. Now he makes pass to the wing, make a V cut, and goes to the corner. The second guy, wait a second. The second guy, as you see, he make a pass, he makes this action, and this guy can make any actions that you want. V cut and coming up, backdoor and coming up, whatever. Now, before I explain, I will come to this diagram again, but I want you to see the drill. We use it for shooting. Pass, 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 pass. You see, we can use it for 2-point shot, 3-point shot, fake dribble, jump shot, whatever. But if I go back to the diagram, you understand that on this drill, you can use it for V-cut action, or think about this player. Number 2, he gets the ball. He makes one dribble, and this guy makes a backdoor action. So he gets a bounce pass off the dribble like we want in the game, okay? And then number 2, after he passes, he make an action, comes up, make a jump shot or V-cut or whatever, or flare, and gets the ball. The same counts for this, that we can do these actions for low post. So the guy, instead of going to the corner, he stops on the low post. So all these actions, look at this. Now he makes this action, and now he goes back. Let me see this one. Okay, now he dribbles. Look at this guy. He dribbles here. The first cutter went to the low post. He got the ball from the next passer. Okay, I know it looks complicated. To you. But once you catch the point on this drill, then number 5, after the ball goes to the low post, he's cutting, getting the ball from the low post cut, and a pass, like we showed on give and go. And then this guy makes a flare action. He comes up, goes here, shot, drive, step up, step back, side step, whatever. And it's all the same drill. You can have a lot of options on this drill. Okay? I go to the next drill. 2 lines here. 2 first one without a ball. First of all, the drill. The drill is he gets the ball, he makes a V-cut, he makes a backdoor. So you see this guy V-cut, this guy backdoor. So you can change it. You can do whatever you want. Okay? Next option on this drill. You make this action, and now I show here the rotation. But here I show already the same drill, but with defensive guys. You see? So when this guy gets the ball, this guy, you can tell him, overplay, go backdoor. Be in front of your man, make a V-cut. Be close to your man, make a backdoor with a spin. In front of your man close, make a V-cut with a spin. So you can tell this guy what to do, or you give him freedom. You tell him, you do whatever you want. This guy has to react. And it's about teaching to game situations. It's reactions. What is basketball? Action, reaction, we said. Okay? The next drill is, you see the drill? This is the drill. We use it now as a warm-up drill, getting the ball here, on the wing, you see, getting the ball here, passing the ball, fake, drive. Now, instead of getting the ball and fake a drive, we use this for V-cut, backdoors, whatever. Now, the same thing, I give you another option here, the same drill, but I add one more player. I add one more corner guy with a defensive guy. Okay? So when these guys are running on the sidelines here and they get the pass, they make a pass, they make the pass, this pass, and this guy has to react whether to go backdoor, whether to go front cut, or just whether to go just front cut like we showed it on the video without any direct changing of direction. Okay, so again, according this defensive player rotation, offense comes to defense, defense gets the ball and go to the end of the line, and this guy comes to be offense. So and this guy goes here. So it's really easy rotation, easy rotation. Now some low post actions with two guards, two big guys, okay, and two balls, okay. 5 men with the ball, 5 men with the ball, 4 men on top, 2 and 3 and 2 and 1 are on the weak side. So you make 2 lines of guards and 2 lines of bigs. You see, one line of bigs here, 1 line of bigs here, 1 line guards, 1 line guards. 5 pass to himself, 2 is cutting, according our actions. 5 pass him the ball. At the same time, 4 set a screen to the weak side. And 5, after passing the ball to 2, gets another ball from 5. Okay? And once he gets another ball from 5, 2 will get the ball from 5. 1 will get the ball from 5. Okay? And then you can decide shot, high pick and roll, whatever you want. So it's all kinds of actions of drills that are connected to our way of playing. The last action that I want to show is 4 on 4 on 4 or 4 on 3, but let's go 4 on 4 on 4 and reading situations. You can do it 4 on 4 on 4, make it take it. You can do it half court. You can do it any way that you want. The idea is 2 gets the ball on the corner. His man is playing handicap defense. It means he let him go on the baseline. From this moment that he starts his drive, we play live. From this moment, we play live. And then I want to see that 3 is coming for help. 1 or goes down or not. And then 2 can pass the ball or to 3 or to 1 that reacts to the defensive actions, to the defensive rotation. And that's something that we're teaching, whether he drives baseline, whether he drives middle. And this is something that I like to do it a lot in my practices to simulate situations of driving to the basket, beating my man, and from that moment we start to play live. And everything is connected and collaborated to my plays. Okay, so we run a play, and we know that from this, when this certain player gets the ball, we let him go baseline or we let him go middle. From that moment, we start to play live, and I want to see the reaction of my players. That's the way I'm going to teach my players to read situations on offense, to read the situation, how the defense is reacting for penetrations.